I imagine this is going to be a very quick video. Although the team didn't quite like me initially picking Thresh top, you can see that I'm spamming my Mastery 7, and the reason is because these guys are too. Everyone on this team is Mastery 7 and very happy about it. And we'll see how that pans out for the enemy team later. We see Kayle popping out over here. I laugh at him and make sure he knows I'm also Mastery 7, wherever he might be. And keep little guard on this blue buff. And I planned on dropping a ward at 130, but this Kayle is already here. That's why you give him a little slap. Luckily burn nothing, and just kind of forfeit the blue buff. Until Kayle leaves. And I try to get the kill on Kayle, which is a little bad. And I go for the ghost, and then he's going to get out of there. The good thing is, I don't need ghost to escape Kayle. In fact, the whole reason I picked Thresh, and the whole reason I picked to press the attack, is to kill the Kayle. So let's see how that works out for me. Going through laning phase, allowing the Kayle to push. As you can see, she has way more caster minions. That will deal way more damage than our side. We can just kind of last hit. That wasn't last hitting. Nor was that, but it's okay. We can kind of soften up the wave because she's kind of hitting back as well. But at the same time, I do want to keep some kind of large wave. So if I choose to attack her, I don't just get completely out-traded by minions alone. Cannons down. Gonna pop her with an auto attack every now and then, and whenever you do that as a ranged champion, back off so the casters don't target you and out-trade you. Lantern for the shield there. Huge wave. We're gonna try and get it to freeze. She notices this and tries to walk up an E. She should have been closer in the first place so she could do that whilst I was in the wave, so I can't retaliate. And unfortunately, despite me trying that, she's gonna crash it with her auto spam. You know, also known as right-clicking. That thing we all do. Luckily, the casters, although I'll miss quite a few of them, will cause it to stay on this side, which keeps me away from ganks at least, and make Kayle in a slightly dangerous position due to how I can now use Lantern, if that was going to be a thing I do. Kayle, however, has disappeared. So we decided to start pushing it and crash the wave with the two waves, one of them being a cannon wave. Kind of starting to slow down here, but as you can tell, it's going to crash. We're going to use the minion advantage to draw Kayle in. And as you can see, as she tries to round this side, she's just going to die to the minion wave, the ignites, the press the attack. It's all too much for her. Even though she went back for 2 daggers and has an item advantage, it doesn't matter. These minions are strong. At this point, it should be noted that our Nocturne has no blue buff. Jhin took red buff by accident. And Kayle managed to stop him from stealing blue buff. So our jungle's not doing too good. We're just going to ignore Kayle. We're 2 levels above and we've got a huge wave. And do a little bit of auto-attacking on the turret. Don't want to take too much damage from her, however. Let her stack a lethal tempo. So we do back off and then go back to last hitting. Or rather, pushing at this point. Just kind of taking 3 shots on her whenever possible. And then we're going to go ahead and try kill the cannon. And as you can see, play the wave. We get Kayle as well, which is a little dangerous for her. But now it really is time to go. Okay. We buy like one of every small item. A longsword, a dagger, a wit's end, boots, and refillable for this ranged matchup. She is also about to become level 6. She is level 6, so now she's ranged. I'm going to ward the blue buff. Kayle is already here, I kind of as predicted, so I'm going to go ahead and drop a box. A ghost as well, miss an auto attack due to vision. Drag him over. Because it looked like he was trying to eat the wall. Go with E. Unfortunately... Bomb plant. My bad. It's okay, we prevented him from getting blue. At the cost of Ghost, it isn't that big a deal. Ghost cooldown isn't that large. And I'm hardly in a position where I need to use Ghost. Besides maybe to chase down the Kayle kill. Okay. Gonna continue harassing Kayle because we just win these trades with Thresh's AD. And we got the null magic as well. You can see we went for the flay there to get the press the attack stack. And you can't actually see Kayle's HP, which is a little annoying. There you go. Very low now. Kayle goes for the steal again, tries to 1v1 Nocturne. He is level 6, which does make him a little deadlier. But Nocturne is a bit of an auto-attacker, you see. And he's going to try to pop out. He should have probably popped out and dashed through Gromp, and then maybe Kayle could reinforce. But instead what he's going to do is die and then ping Kayle. Even pinging Kayle's R. I didn't know this in the game, of course, because I can't see their chat. But kind of cool. I was planning on killing Kayle, but because the Kayle was there, I guess we killed him instead. And we're going to try and push this cannon wave real quick, as fast as Thresh possibly can. Try and crash it. It will at least get onto the tower, but Kayle will get the XP for it, even if not the CS. Okay, we've got Berserker's Greaves for the extra move speed. And we bought another dagger. So we've got 34 souls. With a decent chunk of attack speed and press the attack, that's definitely going to be quite deadly. Although we are slightly on the back foot with minions now, due to losing it to tower, losing it in the roam, and we're just going to hold them here. We'll fit it out a little bit. 4 minions is pretty decent at keeping the freeze where you want it when it's, you know, between the tower and the middle. It's not quite under tower. Okay. And here we have Farming Simulator. It's just top lane. Why do you guys watch top lane videos, man? It's just this for like 30 minutes. As you can see in mid lane, we got the Yone versus Kayle. He's doing pretty well. We got our bot lane doing evenly, though up 20 CS almost. And has something interesting happened here? Nope, I am just pulling these minions back and keeping the freeze. This causes Kayle to have to be in a very dangerous position in order to keep her farm. A nice response to this is to just kind of sit in a bush, so you at least get the XP. Some people are very tempted to roam, which can sometimes be, you know, fail. And even if it does succeed, the enemy is still going to have an XP advantage over you. If you can at least get the XP, that is something. But if there is a very good opportunity to roam using the priority you have, for example, there's a jungler fight over the scuttle crab or something, you should go to that. When someone's holding a freeze, they got way too many minions, they don't want to miss them. If they don't do anything about them, they may well push. Depending on what kind of freeze we're on about. What stage of freeze, how many minions are on each side. Kayle goes for the gank bot lane. They commit everything, trying to get this Jhin. And I was going to say Nami, I couldn't tell the difference between a dude with a gun and a fish. And Kayle picks up her tabbies. Now the nice thing about tabbies is although they are good counter to Thresh top due to his auto-attacking nature, he does have hybrid damage due to all of his abilities being magic, and his auto is doing magic damage on hit. That's pretty good. Again, just trying to harass. We got that level advantage. We can just shield as well, and as you can see, even on the like slightly longer trade here with the Kayle, as she gets her lethal tempo stacked and my press attack goes off, we win. We win easy. It's actually a really nice matchup for Thresh quite a lot of the time. The Kayle needs to play way more defensive than this one is. The alternative is to try press the attack, but I find that just doesn't work. Anyway, she just kind of stands there, so we walk up, fuck our PTA. I'm going to throw a hook at her. It does land, and just in case she gets a like ult flash out of there, we hit the ignite while she's still stunned. Now Kayn is just flaming the Kayle. She's like, oh, when you all. I guess she didn't respond to the thing. Now Kane's going to go ahead and try to 1v1 me out of rage, I guess, and just get completely tossed aside like the jungler he is. We're not insulting him. Not yet. Okay, Wit's End complete. Now Kayle can't do anything. Her magic damage is useless, her physical damage is low, and we outdamage her. Wit's End is really nice on hit damage, which is going to continue to scale from level 9 onwards, and we're level 11. And go ahead and get some stuff. Kayle kept leaving lane, so I was wondering what she was doing. I'm going to go ahead and get the crab so she can't, and drop my ward on the Herald. In fact, I'm just going to do Herald. Doing this can be bad if because you can lose XP, or the enemy team just kind of does stuff. Now Kayle leaves lane again, and I don't know what she's doing. So I thought, okay, she's seen Herald, not risk anything. Let's just go back to lane. Don't miss out on this XP. It's fine. We don't want Kayn coming over. Alright. Take the control ward that she placed. Continue pushing top lane a little bit. We see a little bit of a fight coming out with the Yone and the Kayle. And, well, with the ult and the Q, that's her on very low health, as you can see on the replay UI. But not quite enough to kill like you thought with the E. Take the souls, go top lane. We're going to flank Kayle. She's just, what is she doing? She's greedy for this farm right now. The ultimate is going to connect. Now, unfortunately, I also into her ultimate like a bit of a fool. And that's going to get rid of the entire 200% total AD ratio first attack from Thresh. And then I miss the cannon just to be even more of a fool. But it's okay. Push up. Herald destroys that. Push up, Herald strikes again. And we get the inner turret, big gold bonus. We're going to get the last hit on this tower, which makes it so much easier to take later. Back off, take red, take the bomb plant, and recall. Now, we're going for the snowball build. Now, the first item doesn't matter. It can be Wit's End, Shield Bow, Gale Force, Titanic, I don't care. But our second item is going to be Stormrazor, because that is the highest damage you can do in a single auto attack with Thresh. In fact, in general, really. Unless you have some kind of crazy ratio. Because it has that high AD, I think 55, we don't have the item yet so we can't see. I think it's 50 or 45 or 40. Something. And it does 120 magic damage as well. So you basically do, if it's 40, like I'm remembering, I think it's higher, then that's 240 magic damage. One hit. And then a little bit more. Now, our team, hang on, back off a little bit, back off. I want to set the scene, Okay, so they're a bit low, they're pushing this. Kayle uses her waves to clear the wave, and then we're backing off. Like, oh, now it's the top lane, and what are we going to do? Look at him, he's recalling. He's backing off. We're back here, and then I'm like, hang on, no, we kill him. I was telling the team, can you guys stop winning? I'd like to do something. So I start killing the Kayle, so I soloed 1v2, and then they're like, oh, hang on a minute. It's like Aatrox in the old lore. And they come back in, and then we can even play in the Akali. And you could see the damage, man, of the... Not the full of Stormrazor yet, believe me, it would be a two-shot. The press the attack, the Wit's End, all coming together. And because we're ahead in XP and stuff, and we've got the souls because we've been, you know, doing pretty good in terms of farm. And here's the Mastery 7 Intimidation. What can you even do about that? The mental damage. Mastery 7 when you're winning, Mastery 7 when you're losing. It's such a perfect emote. Back we go. While Mastery 7ing. Okay. That's a finished Stormrazor, and now we can go for the Frostfire. Frostfire is going to make that Wit's End and that Stormrazor have an additional 100 HP each, which is really nice. Now, the Kayn is going to get this dragon. Our recall leads to that, but it's okay. Who needs dragons when you have champion kills, am I right? Alright, pushing down to the mid lane with the minions here. We got our Stormrazor, so just looking for fights isn't too bad an idea. Looking for an auto attack here. Oh, I thought I was, apparently I'm not. Now I am. I was looking for a hook, which will lead to an auto attack. Gets blocked by the Kayle ultimate. Sad. Rapid fire cannon in times like this is very, very nice. We do want to become tanky because otherwise we don't have one. Akali is just pushing top right now. She's, I don't know, she's trolling, getting farm. Who knows? She's angry. We're Mastery 7ing and just pushing forward. He can just do what he wants. Apply his stacks, apply a knock-up, take 2 tower shots. And survive anyway. Due to, I think, a Triumph proc and maybe some extra healing from whatever. Jhin ultimate is going to poke this... Kill this center. Akali's... she's still over here. We are definitely Mastery 7, that's for sure. Hook the Kayle on the tower, who cares? We got the soul armor. Kayle says GG. Akali actually has recalled now. Here she is. Yeah, she's doing her best. The Mastery 7s continue. And we get a fresh staff in there for good measure. Funny game, I hope. For us, at least. Maybe not them with their 3 kills. Okay. Wow. Hope you enjoyed that one. It was funny. It was a funny game. And I do like the Snowball Thresh build, which can work and you're able to win lane. I wouldn't go for it if you're losing lane, because then you're just Stormrazor, 450 range, probably low on souls and armor, probably squishy, probably dead. Hope you enjoyed, and good luck in your next game, and I'll see you in the next one.